feel like a lot of Christians just get really hard. And I'm not saying accepting the things that they do. But again, if we don't see people as people, if we don't understand that it's the same value was paid for their life that was paid for mine.
That's good.
The same desire for relationship, for that person to be side by side in heaven kind of thing. It has to be about people. And I think going to your conversation, when people can hear that people matter, you know what I mean? It's like my voting ideals or my voting stances have a lot to do with people. How do you treat people, from the unborn people to old people to veteran people to everyday people to rich people to poor people to people trying to get across the border people? How do you treat people? And that's not an open invitation that everything's okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not let them all do what they want. No, because there's still right and wrong. There's still what's good for our nation. There's still...
And there are laws.
Yeah, there's still all of those things. And again, those laws are established by people that we are supposed to pray for. We're supposed to submit to that authority because that authority's established by God, right? Oh, well, God wouldn't have picked him. He's in office.
Yeah, and I hear people say that about Trump. They point out what type of person Trump is. And, like, my go-to on that is, look, go read the Bible. Look at some of the people that God put in place.
King David
changed the kingdom. King David is a great example.
I think still there's the responsibility of me. Did I vote? Number one.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, you have no right to say anything about any leader if you didn't vote. And still, as believers, I can disagree with what those in government say, but I still have a responsibility to pray for them. I still have a responsibility that I can't just, I don't have to listen to anything that he says and blah, blah, blah. And, well, he wants to raise my taxes and not this or that. I'm not paying taxes. The price of milk's $10. I'm just going to take it. It's you know what I mean? And it's like, you can't just throw everything out. And so really, again, to
an extent, I think what you're saying, to an extent, you don't just bow down and if it's wrong, it's wrong, and you have the right as a citizen to make phone calls, to pray, first and foremost, but to make phone calls, write emails, and contest the things that you don't agree with. We shouldn't just lay down, and because that's the person in power, now we don't break laws, don't not pay your taxes, don't not do the things that you're required to do, but don't just sit there and not say anything. Like, stand up, say something. Like, write your congressman, make the phone calls. Like, there are websites that you can go to and get every number that you need to call your local, state, whoever it is, and bug them. Why are you doing this? Why aren't we doing this? This is the direction that we need to go. I'm guilty. I don't think that I do that to the level that I should, but I don't think that we should just sit here and take it because that's the person in power. Now, whenever it comes to, do we follow the law that is in place? Absolutely, 100%. You kind of have to.
Unless and until it violates.
And at this point, yes, I agree with you.
And then again, that becomes that moment. Is this the hill you're willing to die on?
Right.
Is this where you're going to stand and say this far and no further?
Right.
and with an understanding that you're going to suffer the consequences.
Right. Everybody wants to be a patriot until it's time to be a patriot.